Hello children, welcome back to the digital class of Pramathi Hilva Academy. I am Rakesh. In the previous class, we have discussed about the importance of democracy and its feature. In this session, we are going to understand about why democracy, which means the advantages and disadvantages of democracy, how democracy is better than other formats of government, also the broader meaning of democracy. It is more accountable form of government, which means the government is responsible for all the decision it makes behalf of its citizens. It improves the quality of decision making. Democracy give more importance for the quality of decision making, which means it will check which is right or wrong while taking the decision. It provides a method of deal with difference and conflicts. Democracy allows the people to choose their representatives. On the other hand, it also controls the citizens through its own rules and regulations. It allows to correct its own mistake, which means in our election system, the leaders who performs according to the decisions of the public, he or she will retain in the next election. Otherwise, the people will definitely choose the another leaders. It is better than other form of government. If we compare the democracy with other formats of government, here the maximum opportunities is given for the citizens to participate in the political activities of the state. It is considered the best form of government. Democracy is governed by the people, which means the people are more important in the formats of democracy. Advantages of democracy. Equality is the basic point in democracy. It ensures equality before law, which means all the citizens of the country will be treated equally irrespective of gender, religion, caste, fair share of all in the government making process. As a democratic format, the government will declare the major decision through its people. Freedom of expression to all. It is the part of fundamental rights, which means right to freedom. In this, the freedom of expression is given to its people, which means the people can express their views, ideas and thoughts for the government. Guarantees stability to the government, which means the government will also consider the opinions of public, ensure the more stability to the government. Guarantees legitimacy to the government, which means the government accepts the responsibility of the conducting smooth administration in the nation. Disadvantages of democracy. The interest of majority dominates the interest of minority, which means the majority group of nation is possibility of dominating towards minority. Results are not satisfactory if the mass are illiterate at large, which means if the peoples are illiterate, they cannot understand the meaning and importance of government. Means the most common people, they are not aware of the government activities. Slow economic growth and economic development. Basically, all the decisions in the democratic countries has to be discussed in detail. So this might consume more time, which hamper the growth of the nation. Deliberations and debates cost a lot of time, expenditure on the public wealth. All the major decision has to be discussed in detail by the representatives which are selected by the people. So this may take more time. Also, which utilize of maximum public wealth. Role of mass media dominates the informed decision making by the people. Majority of the democratic nation depends on the mass media, which means TV, radio, newspapers. Today, the social media also playing a major role in the decision by to declare the decision of the people, which is reflected in election system. Broader meanings of democracy. In this chapter, we have considered the meaning of democracy in a limited and descriptive sense. We have understood democracy as a form of government. This way of defining democracy helps us to identify a clear set of minimal features that a democracy must have. The most common form that democracy takes in our times is that of a representative democracy. In the countries we call democracy, all the people do not rule. A majority is allowed to take decisions on behalf of all the people. Even the majority does not rule directly. The majority of people rule rule through their elected representatives. This became necessary because modern democracies involve such a large number of people that is, it's physically impossible for them to sit together and to take a collective decision. Even if they could, the citizens does not have the time, the desire or the skills to take part in all the decisions. This gives us clear but minimal understanding of democracy. This clarity helps us to distinguish democracy from non-democracies, but it does not allow us to distinguish between democracy and a good democracy. So children, let us recall what we have learned. In this session, we have discussed about why democracy, which means the advantages and disadvantages of democracy, how democracy is better than other formats of government, also the broader meaning of democracy. So see you soon and thank you.